ready to care for you. And you don't need an appointment. Walk-ins are welcome at the Convenient Care Clinic. Baraga County Memorial Hospital. Our family caring for your family.
Scott Minshaw reports at 6 at 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, federal funding available for small businesses in the UP impacted by the lack of snow this winter. We'll tell you how much is available. Plus, 2 years after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and many families are still waiting to be reunited with their children. We're live in Washington with the latest report from Ukrainian officials who say thousands of children are still missing. And a new scholarship available to students pursuing a career in education. We'll have the details. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Air, I think all the snow is officially gone from my yard, especially after the storm last night.
I know, right?
And now we have more rain tonight.
Actually, I saw some lightning over Lake Superior a little bit earlier today, taking a look at our weather cams here. And as you can see, we're going to see some stormy weather with these red bars here moving in from 7 to 10 o'clock this evening for Marquette. But look at this. We've got snow over here to the west of us. Some of us seeing a mix of both this evening. You can expect some slick and slushy conditions as you head home this evening. I'll have more on that on the way.
Thanks, Sarah. Developing now in light of this warm winter, Governor Gretchen Whitmer is encouraging businesses to apply for available federal funding. Governor Whitmer is urging small businesses affected by the record high temperatures, lack of snow, and drop in tourism to make use of the federal economic injury disaster loans available for 12 UP counties. SBA disaster loans go up to $2 million to help small businesses meet operating expenses while a disaster is in effect. For more information about the application deadlines and qualified counties, just head to WZMQ19.com. One of the buildings affected by the Ludington Street fire in Escanaba last month will soon be torn down. According to the owner of the building that housed the East Ludington Gallery, it would cost more to restore it than it was insured for. He is in talks with the city and county's Economic Development Alliance about options for the property, like brownfield cleanup opportunities to avoid an empty space in the downtown.
Try and market that whole where we come up with a concept and then try to find a developer that is willing to go ahead with that concept. The big drawback is that all of the land is privately owned, and so we got to get the landowners on board with this as well to see what their interests might be.
The artists displaced by smoke damage from the fire are securing a new location to showcase their work, and they say it wouldn't be possible without the community's support. It's been more than 2 years of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and as the fighting continues, another battle is being fought, reuniting Ukrainian kids with their families. Ukrainian officials claim tens of thousands of children have been deported or taken under Russian custody as a way to erase their Ukrainian identity. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp met up with a handful of kids who have been reunited with their families. Rachel, good evening.
Good evening, Sarah. So Ukrainian officials say this has been an ongoing problem since the start of the war. I heard from about 3 of these kids, but they say there's thousands more that are just like them, waiting to be reunited with their families. 13-year-old Sasha recalls the time he pleaded with Russian soldiers to give him a phone to call his grandmother, hoping to be reunited with her. When the war started 2 years ago, he says he was living in Mariupol, one of the hardest hit places. He says he was separated from his mother in what he calls a filtration camp. Sasha, along with 2 other Ukrainian kids with similar stories, are meeting with leaders in the U.S., sharing what happened to them when they were separated from their families. Darya Harasimchuk, Ukraine's presidential commissioner for children's rights and child rehabilitation, says tens of thousands of children have been forcibly taken by Russia. They say these kids are taken to camps or institutions in Russia or in Russian-controlled territory.
Everybody should understand that Russian Federation forcibly displaced and forcibly transferred to Ukrainian children. They deported them as part of the big crime called genocide. So this is what I would like to say. Everybody should understand that this is the well-planned and well-developed Russian policy, genocide policy against Ukrainian people through Ukrainian children, and these children being abducted.
By their count, a little under 400 kids have been returned.
The most despicable thing that a country can do, a campaign of forced state-sanctioned kidnappings of children and deporting them, separating them from their families. It's horrific.
Nathan Tech, a deputy spokesperson with the State Department, says what Russia is doing is contrary to international law.
We've put forward a number of sanctions to call out, to hinder this activity, to hold accountable those who are responsible.
As for these kids, they consider themselves to be the lucky ones. Speaking in front of Ukraine's ambassador, researchers, and others in D.C., Sasha asks for help. He has since been reunited with his grandma, but he wants someone to help him find his mom. Razumchuk says once Ukraine is liberated, they'll have a better idea of more evidence as to how many kids have actually been taken by Russia. They've also brought this issue up at the United Nations. They're hoping that the international community will really pressure Russia into releasing these kids. But again, Sarah, this is just a really hard topic for everyone, and the officials are working hard to, again, reunite these children with their families. Back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you very much. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus life in the 906. Jim Koski is here to talk about the month that doesn't often get the spotlight, but kind of underrated. And later, the fastest sport on ice. A look back at this weekend's luge championship in Nagani. We're back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
My name's Douglas Hill, and I've been working at Goodwill a little over 14 years now. Goodwill's a place to give people opportunities, especially if they have a disability. You know, it's good to be around people, and the fact that I know that I'm not alone, it's actually changed my life for better. I would just love to say thanks for giving me the opportunity, and I love working with the people. You know, we joke around, we have a good time, and work gets done.
Supporting Goodwill helps give our clients fuller lives.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12?
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12, roger.
That's right. There's only 1 Adam 12.
I'll remember that.
5 days a week. Adam 12, weekdays at 5 on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here with the biggest Tempur-Pedic sale of the year. Get up to 50% off at Shunk Furniture Marquette. We have a large selection of Tempur-Pedics that have to go. Save up to 50% on power bases and pillows too. The Tempur-Pedic factory said they have to go to make room for the new models that are on their way. You heard me right. Save up to 50% on select Tempur-Pedic models. Save up to 50% on power bases and pillows too. Shop Shunks at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Look at all these beautiful colors on our map. The past couple of hours we've had snow, we've had a mix of rain and snow, as well as just rain and some thunderstorms, which we are going to expect this evening. Take a look here. Eagle Harbor could be seeing the snowy mix around 7 o'clock Eastern time there. And as we take a look at these rain showers and thunderstorms. McMillan around 7 o'clock as well, headed in your direction. But right now, Munising seeing a lot more of that activity. Manistee also on the map with that. As we take a look at how much rain we'll have, maybe close to half an inch down south here. And then we could have just a light dusting, less than an inch of snow scattered mostly over in that northwest side of the UP this evening. Those temperatures around 20 to 35 degrees. And we do have some winds coming out of the north around 15 to 20 miles an hour. So a little bit breezy out there. Nothing as far as any alerts or warnings other than be prepared for some slushy roads, maybe even a little bit slick, because these temperatures that we've got right now in the 30s and some of the 40s are going to dip on down into those 20s, so possibly freezing those roads. Right now, like I mentioned, those winds, we're going to expect them coming out of the north. We do have some coming out of the south at the moment as well. But let's take a break from that and take a look at what's ahead for this week. We do have sunshine on the way, believe it or not, compared to what's been going on today. And those temperatures are going to be in the 40s, the low to mid 40s. So definitely get outside and play. But just a heads up, midweek, we could see some fire danger weather, some possible concerns with that. And that is possibly going to be the case this spring as well, because as we all know, we haven't had a lot of snow building up. So taking a look at those conditions this evening, around 9 o'clock, central portion seeing a huge precipitation party, and then a little bit over here in the east as well. Don't worry about this angry little fellow here. He's going to head over into Canada, but everything's going to clear out later on overnight. And as we head into our Tuesday, some cloud coverage on the northwest coast in the evening. Other than that, lots of sunshine. And then Wednesday, we'll have some sunshine as well. And then later on, mostly cloudy for the west half for the evening. We've got 15 days until official spring starts. And with that, just a reminder, coming up this Sunday, that's right, it is spring forward. I know we're all super excited about that, but it's a good reminder to check your batteries as far as smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and then yes, we're losing an hour of sleep, but the sun sets an hour later, so we've got the sun for a little bit longer. All right, our 7-day for Marquette, lots of sunshine, a little bit chilly this week, and then we've got Spread Goodness Day as well as the UP Builder Show coming up on Friday.
Thank you very much, Air. Students pursuing a career in education have a new opportunity to prepare for their future jobs. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details.
Our founder, Mike Koldyke, was watching the Academy Awards with his wife and said, why aren't we celebrating our teachers like this?
From that question, the inaugural Golden Apple Awards were held in Illinois in 1989. The award-winning teachers decided to help the next generation of educators through the Golden Apple Scholars Program, which expanded to New Mexico in 2022 and launched in Michigan this year.
The Golden Apple Scholars Program is a teacher recruitment, preparation, and mentorship program. We're looking for any Michigan student who will go to a Michigan teacher prep program and then commit to teaching for 5 years in a Michigan school of need.
The program is open to high school seniors and college freshmen and sophomores. Golden Apple supports those students through the entire process with social and emotional support, mentorship, job placement assistance, and a paid scholar institute in the summer.
It allows our scholars to get classroom experience really early on in their journey. They're also creating a network of support across the state of other students who are going through this same journey.
Since 2008, Michigan Teacher Prep Program enrollment has declined by 68%, leading to statewide teacher shortages and high-need subjects.
In the last couple school years, we had over 1,800 teacher vacancies. When we don't have highly qualified people in front of our students, it's the students that really feel it.
The Golden Apple Scholars Program aims to prepare newcomers to fill these roles, promote teacher retention, and ensure every student has a dedicated professional instructing them in the classroom. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
Applications for the Golden Apple Scholarship Program are open now through April 1st. You can head to WZMQ19.com to learn more. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're learning about some upcoming youth programs through the Michigan State Police. That conversation is 2 minutes away.
Ziggy Marley lights up the Jennifer Hudson Show.
How did you get the nickname Ziggy?
Ziggy is our small spliff. You know what a spliff is?
have no clue. Plus, dog trainer Brandon McMillan's unlikely assistant.
This is Meowculus. Every dog that meets this cat is terrified, and he knows it.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Need to get from point A to point B quickly, efficiently, safely? The Marquette County Transit Authority is your ticket to ride. Friendly drivers operate clean, blue and white buses throughout Marquette County 365 days a year. Seniors 60 plus ride free every Wednesday. For information about routes and tickets, click on marktran.com. We keep you moving. Marquette Transit.
New CBS Tonight.
You have an appointment?
Here's our appointment. NCIS. We got a missing petty officer.
And no footprints.
Look at this. He was going to propose.
Sounds like the vacay from hell.
What kind of agents would we be if we didn't check? These people are kooky.
I think I would know if I was dating some crazy killer.
I don't know. That was a rhetorical question.
A new NCIS tonight at 9/8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in, sign up, it's easy. Go to upersunited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV 19. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
We are back for our monthly chat with the Michigan State Police, and tonight we're talking about a few youth programs coming up to put on your radar. Joining us tonight is Lieutenant Mark Giannunzio. Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So let's first talk about the UP Teen Driving Program. There's always really cool video that comes out of this. Yeah. What are the kids going to learn? Tell us all about it.
So this is the third annual summer that we're doing it up here in the Upper Peninsula. Started many years ago downstate, and we had just a ton of people signing up downstate. Really well-run program. The troopers are instructed, or they're brought down to Lansing and taught how to teach kids how to, be better drivers, basically. So a teen goes through driver's ed just like we all did for some of us a lot of years ago. But they don't get a lot of the on-the-road type driving where, they have to do evasive maneuvers, stuff like that. So
like defensive driving.
Yeah, defensive driving, exactly. So we'll take them and kind of up driver's ed in a very controlled environment where there's no traffic around, and we can teach them how to get out of a skid, how to run over stuff that comes right out in front of you instead of veering off and smashing your car. Maybe you have to run over something that's in the middle of the road. But it's just a great program. It was really well received the last 2 years, so we're going to keep on doing it, and it's going to be in Escanaba this year, end of June.
Very cool. Yeah, how do people sign up for that? Is there like an age range that
There is an age range. Yeah, it's got to be, you have to be a high school student to do this. Michigan.gov/UP Teen Driving. When you go on there, the website is a little tricky. It says that you're entering a wait list. It would make it appear that the class is full. That is not true. The wait list is just the way we have to register a person through the state. So it's a little confusing, but just please go in there. If you have questions, contact the Gladstone Post. Sergeant Patrick Janice does a great job running this program down there.
Is there a deadline to apply?
No deadline, but it does fill up fast, so the quicker the better.
Awesome. And any fees for that one?
There's a fee in it, but there's some funding to really get that fee down. So it's like around $50 to $75, but really we can get that down.
Gotcha. When are you going to have an adult defensive driving class? I want to do all the skids and the swerves. I want to do all that.
I had my way when I drive from Manistee to Marquette, there's a lot of cars I could tag that should be part of that.
I think we could all.
Oh goodness! Yeah, we could have a long discussion about that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let's move on to Camp Star up in Big Bay.
Yeah. So one of our administrative assistants at the post in Negaunee has taken this upon herself, where it's a bereavement camp for young people that have lost parents or loved ones, and she manages that program up in Big Bay. We've been running that for several years. It's not really a MSP program, but we have troopers that are always involved in that. They always go up and they give their time. I've talked to the troopers that have gone there and our secretary that runs this program. It's really, it really hits home. A lot of these kids are struggling, and this is what this camp is for. It's a week long up in Big Bay. Just a great program for people that are affected by that.
Gotcha. And the last one is the cadet program. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, so this is something that's been going around in the state for a couple of years, probably 3 years. We have 90 cadet positions across the state and the state police. This is for somebody that might be in college, 18, 19, 20 years old, looking to get an MSP, and they want to get in the next recruit school. They're just not old enough yet. So they can apply to be a cadet. They go through a little process to get hired. They're with our troopers. They're in our rank structure, kind of. They're a state of Michigan employee, and they're just waiting until they get to that age where they can get into recruit school and become a trooper. It's a great program.
Do they go through kind of like that training that they would in the academy?
Kind of.
Or like a small version of it?
A small version. A 1 week version. We send them to Lansing. They go through a modified little mock school.
Cool.
It's really good, but their big experience comes from being at the post. We've had some at Negaunee in the past 6 or 7 people have gone through this program, and they love it. They interact with the troops, and 3 of them now have turned into troopers.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a great program.
Cool.
Really fun to watch.
All right, so where do people go to get all the information about this?
Michigan.gov/MSP.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mark, thanks for coming in.
Yep, welcome.
Still ahead tonight, Life in the 906. Jim Koski is highlighting this new month that oftentimes gets kind of overlooked. And later, junior hockey action in Iron Mountain over the weekend and the charity game there this weekend. But first, here is your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. A Feeding America mobile food truck makes a stop in Munising this Wednesday. Volunteers are needed between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. The event takes place at the Eden Lutheran Church on M28. To sign up to be a volunteer, just head to upersunited.com.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Window Images faux wood room darkening blinds add a classic design and privacy. Plus, they can be trimmed to width for free. A 24 by 48 oak, gray, or mahogany blind is only $24.89 after rebate. Quaker State full synthetic motor oil is engineered to give more power, more wear protection, and longer engine life. Get a 5-quart jug for $17.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
18 people from all different walks of life playing a game that is built on deceit.
Wait up! I don't know why I'm crying. All you had to do was lie. Ah!
Group hug!
Are you guys okay? I can't even string sentences together.
But I don't really care.
That right there makes the game so worth playing.
Survivor, new Wednesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Shop hundreds of lazy boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
Kiss the cold weather goodbye and embrace the warmth and fun of the Caribbean without leaving your couch. One Caribbean Television is your Caribbean connection. Whether you visit the Caribbean for fun or to renew family ties, One Caribbean Television keeps you informed 24/7. Get the latest news, weather forecasts, Caribbean entertainment, and carnival action. If you long for the fun and sun of the Caribbean, download our app now to watch One Caribbean Television on the go, live or on demand.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Let's reflect on our life in the 906. And life in the 906 in March it's March.
Yeah. In turning the calendar page a few days ago, Sarah, I did realize something, though. March is maybe the most unappreciated of months. I mean, think about it. We like April because the robins show up, and in May because the flowers are in bloom. We like June, July, and August because they're, well, June, July, and August. September's back to school, October has fall colors, November hunting season, December the holidays, and January and February usually let us ski and snowshoe and snowmobile. But not March. March in the UP is when the snow starts to melt, but before everything greens up. It's after the winter events are over, but before the summer activities begin. March is just there. But maybe That's March's saving grace. March is the month of possibilities. The month when it's possible we may have our first 70-degree day of the year, or it's also possible that this may be the year, finally, that the Tigers are good again. I mean, sure, that possibility goes by the wayside when baseball season actually starts, but in March, anything is possible. That feeling of possibility shows up in the events that we do have this month: builder shows, garden shows, and sport and RV shows. March shows us the possibilities of the summer yet to come and the fun we hope to have. For one or two lucky UP high school basketball teams, March shows us the possibilities of a deep run into the playoffs. Or, if you're like Munising last year, even the possibility of a state championship. Finally, March gives us those 3 magical days in a row: the Ides, St. Urho's Day, and St. Patrick's Day. If you live in the UP, the possibilities are that you may be celebrating one, if not all. And if you live in the UP, the possibilities are that you may be hungover after celebrating one, if not all of them. Don't worry, we're not judging. That's just one of the other possibilities of March. So while March may not have the glitz of the holidays or the sheer beauty of summer, it might be one of those few months that lets us sit back and dream of possibilities. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
March is kind of that transitional month that's like, all right, winter is kind of ending, we're getting into spring.
But still, you know, we still could have 22 inches of snow in a day, but we hope not.
We sure could. Thank you very much, Jim. Iron Mountain's Ice Arena hosted state playoffs for youth hockey this past weekend. The Marquette Junior Wildcats fought their way through the tournament in the last night's championship game, and although they didn't grab a state title, goals were scored against the downstate opponents by Sawyer Deach, Sully Gordon, Will Gordon, and Michael Verbridge. The president of the Dickinson Amateur Hockey Association says youth hockey will take a break until this fall, but there is a special charity game this Saturday.
Policeman and firefighter charity game coming up on Saturday. Part of it's going to the youth hockey organization, part of it's coming directly back to the rink, and then yes, they're using funds for some part of their support services throughout town.
Half the money raised will go to the Dickinson County Cancer Loan Closet. Saturday's game starts at 2 p.m. Central Time. The Marquette American Legion Post 44 won the Michigan Amateur Hockey Association State Championship yesterday at Marquette's Lakeview Arena. Post 44 held off the Kalamazoo K-Wings 3-2 in the title game. Skylar Blackburn and Evan Matala scored goals to give the host team a 2-1 lead, but it was a shorthanded goal by Joey Provost in the third that allowed Marquette to take the 3-1 advantage, and Coach John Nebel's squad was able to skate away with the championship. In the semifinal yesterday morning, Post 44 eliminated Kensington Valley 5-1. Post 44 advances to the national tournament, which will take place in Amherst, New York, starting April 3rd. The fastest race on ice wrapped up an exciting weekend in Negaunee. The Upper Peninsula Luge Club hosted the annual Midwest Kiwanis Junior Cup Championship Saturday morning. The championship was in honor of a previous UP Luge Club member, Fred Anderson. 11 riders ages 12 to 25 rode the natural track course to see who was the fastest. The race director says while luge is fun to compete in and watch, it takes a lot of practice.
Europe and even the U.S., one of the top 3 dangerous natural luge tracks is ours. So, and that's just because of the incline, the speed, and the types of turns that we have in it. So.
The track at Lucy Hill is typically open to the public to try out, though a reservation is needed. Just head to our website for those details. We are dropping in temperatures tonight, and that rain continues with a little snow mixed in. Air has the outlook on the way.
Tonight, the Supreme Court makes a ruling on the Trump ballot case, what it means for the election. Then, even as parts of California dig out from feet of snow, more is on the way. And the unexpected benefits of a weight loss drug that could help those struggling with alcohol on the CBS Evening News.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
Take a step back, look around. I'm going round in circles, need my feet back on the ground. Hey, let's sail away. Let's pretend we're born again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, let's fly away. See the sunrise every day. Whoa, whoa. It's a good day to begin. I will not rest until I'm done. When there is evil on the run.
Bonanza, weekdays at 2 on MeTV 19.1.
We've got some snow and rain this evening, and then we're going to clear out for the week with a lot more sunshine. Take a look here at Escanaba's 7-day. We could see some gusts tomorrow, 15 to 20 miles an hour with those temperatures in the 40s.
That'll do it for now. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:10 Central.
WZMQ TV 19, continuing to stand with the people of Ukraine.